Now bankers. Every time I get 5 lakhs into my account, clients pay bills. Every time I get 5 lakhs, I hit some kind of trigger point. I get a phone call. Sir, I've been appointed as a relationship manager and we've got these lovely products for you. And they hard sell me. And then I turn around and tell them, wait a minute, you're a bank. Why are you selling me third-party products? Aren't you conflicted? Because they're doing it for a commission. Now, if you're a bank, you're supposed to take my money and invest it somewhere else. You're not supposed to tell me, don't give me your money, take my advice and give it to him. No. RBI allows it. Why does RBI allow it? Because banking makes no money. Banking, the margins are so low and the risks are so high and the NPAs are so huge and the politicians interfere so much and make it so hard to make a profit in banking. The only way you can do it is becoming a dalal on the street selling third-party products like ULIPs. In 2009, Credit Suisse reports that Indian companies suffered mark-to-market losses of 20,000 crores. Why? Because the price of the franc and the yen dropped. Oh. What? My reaction to what? What is that about? Sundaram Multi Pap and Sabre International, 2 companies down in Chennai or thereabouts. They sued ICICI Bank, claiming that ICICI Bank hustled them into buying contracts they didn't understand. Derivative, future trading, which I also don't understand, by the way. And I'm supposed to be in finance, and I'm in corporate finance. I don't understand it. 50 more cases hit HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Yes Bank, HSBC, Kotak Mahindra in the next 6 months. On the same point, companies allege that transactions were illegal under both the Foreign Exchange Management Act and RBI regulations. This I can support. They're probably illegal. So what did they do? Banks use their institutional status to persuade their customers to buy derivative futures contracts. Because this is speculation, this is gambling, right? Is the banker supposed to help you gamble? Is that his job? Rashtriya Sugars and Chemicals, the sugar exporter, agreed with Axis Bank. This is a little more detail for you. That Rashtriya Sugar would receive $100,000 if the US dollar never touched 1.2385 Swiss francs. There's no rupee in any of this. Till a specified date, but would be obliged to buy 20 million USD from the bank if the exchange rate touched 1.33. Can you even make sense of what I'm saying? I can't. The bank represented to the exporter that the US dollar would never reach that level. The promoter of the company bought it, he signed the paper. It was presented to him almost as if it was an idiot-proof scheme to make quick money. He bought it. So the rip-off was buried into so much paperwork that the client just has no way of comprehending it. And this happens all the time. The court was not very helpful. The court says, it says that no representation was made that the dollar would never drop below that number because no such representation can be made or can be believed because nobody knows. That's not the correct position in law. If you tell me that God doesn't exist and I believe you, that's a question of fact. Evidence will demonstrate whether you said it to me, there was a witness. Whether I believed it, my conduct will demonstrate. These are questions of fact. You can't say nobody can know for sure, therefore. And then when I go to heaven and God says, buddy, you've been behaving badly, now go to hell, and I sue you, the court can't turn around and say that I'm sorry, if you believe these things, you believe it. In short, if you're a fool, then you deserve your fate, and the banker is entitled to make a fool out of you. Incredible. What happened really was that Reserve Bank of India permitted bankers to offer hedge instruments. But the banks made them into gambling instruments because there was quick money to be made. It's called derivative trading. And banks have willfully violated rules created by their own regulator. But nobody is prepared to stop the banks from doing it because everybody understands that if they don't let them do it, the banks will not make money. In short, there's a national conspiracy to take money out of your pockets, because if the government regulator doesn't let the banks do it, then they'll make no money. And it's more important for the banks to make money than for you to keep your own money. Okay, Nahar Industries. In 2008, Nahar owed 2.25 crores to HSBC and approached the Ludhiana court seeking termination of further contracts. HSBC terminated the rest and raised the claim to 7.4 crores. The moment it went to court, they also took the other derivative contracts and terminated them. Nahar's profits in 2008-9 were 2.4 crores. Annual profits wiped out. Case reached the Supreme Court in 2009, at which point most banks not wanting to be accused of FEMA and RBI violations settled at 10 to 30% of claim. The Supreme Court has never decided this question, whether these were fraudulent transactions, whether the most respected banks and the Reserve Bank of India participated in a collective fraud to defraud the people of India. It's never been decided. Then, on May 19, Pravanjan Patra, an Orissa lawyer, filed a PIL seeking CBI investigation. So the High Court passed an order referring the matter to CBI. CBI reported on the basis of only 11 banks that the Indian banks had unrealized dues of 755 crores between April 2007 and December 2008. It also reported that the gross mark-to-market revaluing assets at their current value loss of the customer of 22 banks was 31,719 crores. RBI, by the way, has said that these have violated FEMA and RBI regulations. So far, no action. What's the bullshit quotient? The government of India and the banks are out to get you. Don't answer your mobile phone. Bankers are not trustees of public funds. This is my conclusion. Bankers are not trustees of public funds, acting as agents of the government. Bankers don't serve on board of companies to protect public interest. They do it to sell you these products. They use their influence and legitimacy to push products that generate profits, even though some of these products are obviously illegal. They sell third-party products because lending is unprofitable, risky activity, and operating branches is prohibitively expensive. This is the new face of banking in India.